to know her.
Technically, I'm a witch.
Season 2, Vampy D's. Ash is vamp-splaining. Petey's learning about the bros, Stefan and Damon. Pete-dictions coming true. Founding fam's got a plan. Guess who's back in the falls with their eyes on her man's body stacking up? A lot of people H for B. Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Hello. Welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast, where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a superfan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampire, but please call me Pete, and I'm here with my co-host and co-parent, Ash. Hello, Ash.
Welcome back, Pete.
Yep, it's been another hot minute, but we're back.
We're back.
We are making Season 2 last very long. We like it so much.
I know.
Season 2.
That's great.
Vampy D's. Ash is vamp-splaining.
Thanks for being patient with us while we had a little vacazione,
Yep.
as we call it in this house.
Yep. But we're back. We're back in the house. We're watching Vampire Diaries. We're excited.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking Brothers Bond tonight, Ash.
No, you're not.
There's no debate about it. It's the summertime.
Of course.
It's midsummer.
Basically, yeah.
But I am drinking some Jack Daniel's Winter Jack.
I saw.
I got that from the grocery store today, the market. Mm-hmm. I was surprised to see that they had it, but I went to a sort of a off-the-wall grocery store.
Oh, I didn't hear this story.
Well, I just went to an odd place, but I went there kind of on purpose because they have cheap liquor.
Oh. And you got the Winter Jack?
I got the Winter Jack, which I would argue can be summarized.
Can it be just year-round Jack?
Yeah. Winter Jack, Summer Jack, Spring, Summer, or Fall Jack.
There you go.
Put it on some ice.
Good. I'm drinking blood.
Yeah, the blood. Ash, you got anything else, or shall we dive into tonight's episode?
I'm ready. It's been a while. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Season 2, episode 19. About 3 more episodes left. Mm-hmm. Klaus is the episode title.
It is.
After watching the episode, some of these titles I don't get. Like, why would they call it that? Like, The Last Dance. Why'd they call it that? Klaus, why?
Come on.
Okay.
So, very Klaus-filled episode.
Yes.
Finally.
Ash, in the cold open, it starts where the last episode ended, lest we forget that Elena is in the Vervain, what do we call it, the Vervain basement?
Yeah. Did you call it the Vervain basement or the Vervain dungeon?
I don't know. Probably dungeon. I don't know. Tweet at us.
No, I think it's basement.
Nary a Vervain plant in there.
No.
These days, though. So Elena is in there. She has pulled the dagger out of Elijah's very core. Mm-hmm. He's jerking around.
Yeah, violently.
He kind of wakes up a little bit and thinks that Elena is Catherine. Mm-hmm. I don't blame him.
Katerina.
And then he has a flashback to 1492.
England.
He's meeting Catherine, and he had the hots for her, I would say.
Everyone falls for Catherine.
Back in the present, he can't breathe. He whooshes into a wall. He's trying to whoosh out of there, but he just goes boom, into a wall.
Yeah, did you know what was going on here?
Yeah, he wasn't invited in.
No, but he was already in.
But he was already in. Oh, so was that the thing that was making him more uncomfortable than the just waking up?
Yeah.
Because that's like a double doozy. You're waking up from a dagger stabbing.
Yeah, he was waking up and then he's like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
His body needed to get out because he was in the place he wasn't invited into because Elena had become the owner of the home since he had been dead.
Yes.
I was excited for that to happen.
Yeah, that was interesting. He whooshes outside And then he's on the porch. I said he's trapped on the porch. He's not actually trapped on the porch. He could leave the porch if he wanted to. He just can't come in the house.
Right.
Yet.
Yes. And he was just like tired and confused also.
Yeah. And both Elena and Elijah, don't know if they can trust each other. Mm-hmm. But Elena gives Elijah the dagger.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a bold move.
Title. Yeah, because, could he reach in and stab her right in that moment? I don't think so, because his hand wouldn't go through there.
No, he wouldn't be able to get through the house. But
she was standing right up against the door boundary.
But if she ever left the house, which she would, he could kill her at any moment.
Oh, yeah. Stefan wakes up in Elena's mansion. Looks for Elena. Damon still has television's Andy Starr around.
Yeah.
Stefan thinks it's weird that she's around. Stefan and Damon see that Elijah isn't in the Vervain dungeon.
Yeah. Basement. I think basement. It was the uncle, father, nephew wolf dungeon. That was the dungeon one, right?
Yeah, maybe. The torture basement. Torture dungeon. Vervain dungeon, torture basement.
Yeah, that might sound right.
2 rooms I'll need in my next house.
Man, it's been a while since we've talked about it. We don't even remember our lingo.
Oh, well. We can create new lingo, Ash.
I was going to say, though, that Stefan woke up very alarmed. Like, he just had the sense that something was off and figured it out pretty quick.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I wake up most mornings.
You do wake up like that.
All right, time to go downstairs. That's me.
Gotta go see what's wrong.
Yep. What issues are facing today? Klaus is still in Alaric's body. Catherine is making him coffee. Klaus wants out of the body, though, because he's like, I want to get out of this bad hairdo.
Yeah, he's done with this earthly body.
And Ash, the scene after the title, you're going to get some exposition.
Always.
So they do some exposition. They think they killed the witch, Bonnie, which Bonnie isn't in this episode. Maybe they did kill her.
No, we saw that she wasn't dead.
I was kidding. She and Jeremy wasn't there either. I think we know what was going on with both of them.
Yep, they're practicing spells together in hideout.
Yep.
He has his Wi-Fi thing and they're on the internet.
His Mi-Fi?
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
That's tight. They have the moonstone. Klaus has the moonstone. Mm-hmm. He's ready to break the curse.
Right.
The witch curse.
The whole time you think there's only one curse,
yes.
the sun and the moon curse.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
In this moment. Mm-hmm. Klaus found Catherine's birthplace and slaughtered her family.
Which we saw that in a flashback before.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No.
Elena will die.
And he did that because Catherine turned herself into a vampire.
Yeah. Which threw a wrench into his plan.
Right. He needed the doppelganger.
Yes. Which I have questions about that later. The doppelganger.
Oh, I hope I can answer them.
Well, I think we already talked about it a little bit.
Okay.
We do talk sometimes off mic.
A little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Elena will die before she lets anyone she loves die. And Klaus is like, that's what I'm counting on.
Mm-hmm. Which Catherine is telling the truth about that. Because Elena says that all the time.
Nonstop. Mm-hmm. And she's always doing stuff that says that.
Yeah.
That does that.
Mm-hmm.
He compels Catherine to stay put in that apartment.
Yep.
Elena's driving the Ford Escape, driving Elijah while he sips on a blood Capri Sun. Mm-hmm. They need each other. Mm-hmm. Elijah tells Stefan, so they're on. Elena tells Stefan they're on the phone that she's fine. Mm-hmm. They need time alone. Elena and Elijah need time alone, she tells Stefan.
I know.
I'm sure he loved that. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, we know he hates that.
He hates all of it.
Stefan says Elijah can't be trusted, but Elena's like, no, he's noble, bro.
Yeah, he's talking to Stefan on the phone, but basically she's just talking to Elijah right next to him and telling him what she wants him to hear, that he's noble and he can be trusted and they need to have time alone and leave them alone.
Oh, I thought that she was just telling Elijah what he wanted to hear. I thought that she believed those things too.
No, she did, but like she did the thing where she's like talking to Stefan, but actually the words she's saying are directed towards Elijah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I do.
I do that when I teach all the time.
Yeah, that's like a parenting tactic as well.
I do it all the time.
You know, Mommy, it would be great if our kids would brush their teeth.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Kids have never moved that fast to do something we ask.
Nope.
Make sure Damon doesn't do anything stupid, Elena says.
Man, Damon's like, but that's what I like doing.
He does stuff stupid. He loves it.
I know.
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
Damon and Stefan talk about how to kill Klaus. Damon has his own plan. Uh-oh.
He's gonna do something stupid.
Stefan says, back off, bro.
Yeah.
They, have a big beef this episode. Mm-hmm. They have before, though.
Yeah. It happens here and there.
Yeah.
They've been on the same team for a while.
Yeah, they need to mix it up before the season finale. Mm-hmm. Elena tells Elijah that Klaus took over Alaric's body, and Elijah's like, that's one of his favorite tricks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like, well, what other tricks does he have? She's just trying to figure out more about Klaus and what is going on.
Yeah. He can juggle. He can do this thing with his thumb.
I was going to say tongue, where you can, like, roll it.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Klaus, he loves to do that. He ties the cherry stem.
Oh. And you can't roll your tongue, right?
No.
Mm-mm. I can.
It's genetic.
Pete's just sticking out his tongue flat.
Yeah, just a fat tongue.
No rolling. Oh, you did it. Yeah.
I never knew how it felt.
It's not great, but you did it.
All right. First time.
I like the audio of you going, really? Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yay. Well, I guess I can do it. Me and Klaus can do it.
That's the first time ever.
They flash back again. Real Klaus walks in the spot into this old school party.
Oh, yeah.
This 1492 party.
In the flashback.
Party like it's 1492. Lord Niklaus. Mm-hmm. Old Saint Niklaus. Jolly old Saint Niklaus. Mm-hmm. He's like, but my friends call me Klaus.
Yeah. He's putting it on.
Mm-hmm. Elijah and Elena go to meet Lady Interim Mayor Lockwood.
In the present. Yes,
in the president, she'll sweet. Elijah compels her, gets one of Mayor Lockwood's suits.
That she hadn't packed yet.
Former residing Mr. Mayor Lockwood.
Oh, man.
Elijah got her off Vervain.
Yeah, before he got killed, he got Lady Mayor Lockwood interim off of Vervain.
So she can be compelled.
Correct.
Why was she on Vervain? Do we remember?
I think because she was just one of the founders.
Oh, yeah.
They're all
Damon was giving it to him. Mm-hmm. That devilish trickster.
Yeah, he was giving it to them, but I think at a certain point they did it themselves.
Yeah. Jenna calls Stefan, looking for Elena and Jeremy. Jenna says that, Elena left me messages to stay away from Rick. Mm-hmm. And, to stay on campus longer. Stefan's like, can you stay in that, dorm room that we've never seen and and don't know anything about?
She's like, I can't. I'm in my kitchen.
I can't very well from my kitchen.
I know.
Okay, Jenna.
And then Stefan's like, oh, no. Stay there. I'll come.
Don't meet Alaric at the grill. Mm-hmm. The one episode we don't see the grill.
Yeah.
I want to see your grill.
We didn't see a lot. We didn't see Matt or Caroline or the grill or Jeremy or Bonnie.
Nope. Or that decrepit mansion. Damon and his GF are going rogue.
Yeah.
And I was like,
of course.
Why is she in this episode? Why is he taking her along? And then we see why.
Yeah.
Elijah's now in a suit.
Mm-hmm. He loves a good suit.
Asks Elena about all that's going on. Where's Catherine? And he's like, there was a time when I would have done anything for Klaus. Mm-hmm. Which is just a setup for a flashback. I like how, and this is like a trope, maybe like in Scrubs did it all the time, but like where a character is like, I would have done anything for Klaus, and then there's a flashback, and then back on the other side of the flashback, Elena's like reacting like she just saw the flashback, because we know that he told her what we saw, but she's like, but you said blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, we just saw that in the flashback. I don't know if that's a specific thing, but
No,
that
I know what
happened
you're
in that
talking about.
episode.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's like they both had the JD thing where you are picturing it in your mind, like, and then they both come out of the shared consciousness. They're like, we just saw that flashback.
Right, exactly.
I like that.
I like that too.
It's silly. Okay, I said they keep, in this flashback, they keep calling each other brother. Are they actually brothers? And then
1 second later.
yeah, they come out of the flashback, and Elijah's like,
Elena.
Klaus is my brother.
Yeah. Elena's like, oh, he's your brother?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, yes. She says that. Yes. And then Elijah says, I believe the term you're searching for is OMG.
Oh, yeah. Because she said it was like, oh, this is really hard to process.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he did the OMG thing.
That's funny.
It was funny. But yeah, they're brothers. The originals.
The originals, and we learn later that they have like 8 brothers, but we'll get there. Catherine is waiting in the crib.
Yep. She's not dead like Elena thinks, and Elijah says, I doubt she's dead. That's not Klaus's style.
Yeah, and this time she's not just stabbing herself in the leg.
No, she's not.
Instead, she finds some brothers bond.
Yeah. She's throwing herself a little party.
Yep. She overhears Damon and Andy coming up, but she can't open the door because she's been compelled. Mm-hmm. But Damon brought Andy to go in the apartment because he wasn't invited in. A lot of inviting in and not inviting.
Yeah, totally.
This episode.
He needed a human being.
A human being.
Human being.
He needed a human being to jump on in there. Right? Mm-hmm. Stefan visits Aunt Jenna. Alaric Klaus
is already there.
Is there. And I said pre-Pete-diction, I think it's just Alaric, and Klaus is out of there now, and Alaric's going to play a silly joke.
Oh.
But I was wrong.
You were wrong.
That's why you got to do Pete-dictions, not pre-Pete-dictions.
It's that'd be so messed up of Alaric to do that.
Yeah, he's like, oh, Klaus being in my body gives me such a crick in the neck. Elijah tells Elena there's a whole family of originals. Mm-hmm. 7 children. Mm-hmm. Our origin is a long story. And he says, probably like a couple seasons of a spinoff long, he says. Uh-huh. They're the OG vampires. All vampires come from them.
Right.
I said, wow, they're famous.
They are. They are the original vampires. Their name tells you what it is.
Dang. And what's the other spinoff called?
The originals? Legacies?
That's what it's called? Mm-hmm. That means they come later or something? All right.
I can't speak to these questions.
Okay. Alara Klaus, Damon says, was blending too easily. Someone says that. Damon gives Catherine vervain so she can't be compelled anymore.
By Klaus.
But it burns her.
Alara Klaus.
By Klaus, yeah. But it burns her and stuff?
Yeah.
That's not...
But she was drinking it before.
Pleasant. Oh, yeah.
She was...
The little bit at a time.
Yeah, a little bit at a time.
The little bit of poison.
So she knows how to do it, but it's not easy to swallow that vervain. Yeah, it burns.
Nobody said it was easy.
No one.
Not even Coldplay. Alaric, it's Klaus, but he's like chopping a big carrot or something. And he's like, I find chopping calming.
Oh.
It's like, okay, freak.
That's so weird.
He's being so weird. Klaus is being so weird. It makes me think he's a weirdo freak. Mm-hmm. Who didn't I like?
Alaric.
That was modern? Yes.
Yeah.
Klaus. He's too modern. He's so weird.
Uh-huh.
In a past episode, I was like, he's too modern.
Because he didn't have, his regular old accent.
Yeah. Do you believe in vampires, Jenna? Klaus is being a creep,
Such a creep.
but he's pretending to be a lark. He finds vampires fascinating as a history teacher. In fact, he's obsessed with vampires.
So he's saying this instead of saying the real truth, like, hey, I'm an original vampire and I'm in your boyfriend's body, and
Yeah.
Stefan's a vampire and all this.
Which he basically does 2 seconds later, so he's just playing
He's just
around.
playing some weird game with her, yeah.
Yeah. Ask Stefan if he's a fan of vampires, and Stefan's like, yeah, Bram Stoker, it's dense, but I appreciate it. I like Grisham. And Springsteen.
Yes.
Okay. Klaus then begins talking about the Aztec curse, and he's being a big creep.
Yes.
Big creepazoid.
And Jenna's just like so confused, so annoyed.
So mad, yeah.
Is this when she starts staying to get out? Or is there
Probably.
a flashback? I mean, or is there an
No,
intercut?
yeah, not yet. There's another little
Oh, okay.
Elijah moment. Elijah talks about how the originals can be killed, and then they talk about the curse.
The White Oak Ash.
White Oak Ash. There's a flashback. The bros are talking like they're super old. They did Aztec scrolls and African sculptures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so wait. Are they so old that they were older than the Aztecs, or they just meant they beat Bob booped around to like Mexico and also Africa and like doctored like already stuff from the past? Or are they like so old?
They're very old.
But they're like tens of thousands of years old?
They're very old, but
Or are they like 1,000 or like 500 or something?
you'll find out.
Okay.
They're very old, and did you understand this part? Because it's really fast and kind of subtle about, oh, I remember making those scrolls, and because he says it like so jokingly and jovial.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm saying. Were they around in Aztec times making the scrolls, and then were they around in this early African times making sculptures, or once the artifacts were already artifacts, those cultures were done, did they go and like mimic their...
So it's the first thing. They're super old, and they planted all of these artifacts to fake out people that there was a sun and the moon curse.
I totally get that. I just don't know
Yeah.
the timeline.
Well, you gotta keep watching the show.
Because, like, is it going to turn out that they are...
You
Because
will.
why did they do so much in 1492? That's just when Catherine was around or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
There will be flashbacks, and you'll learn more.
Okay, is there
about
going to
the
be
originals.
is there going to be a flashback where they're like riding dinosaurs around or something?
There are no dinosaurs.
Okay. It's like, how old are they? They wanted werewolves and vampires to look for the moonstone, to find it for them. The curse, as we know it, is fake.
Right.
There's a different curse. We learn later.
But he still wants the moonstone and the doppelganger. That part is true.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Alaric Klaus is telling Aunt Jenna that vampires are real. She's like, just get out of here, you weird creep.
Yeah. Get out here. Get out now. She gets super mad.
Then Klaus threatens Jenna with a knife.
Yeah.
Stefan presses Alaric's body up.
He whooshes.
He whooshes over, and he's beating up Alaric's body. And I was like, his poor body. Because
He even stabs him in the neck a little bit.
I know, is he not still beat up from the high school, the dance?
I mean, he didn't get beat up that much there, but
It would have been...
because he was protected by a witch
yeah.
that time.
They should have, like, broken his arm at the dance, and he's in a sling this.
Well, yeah, no, but he had a body protection spell on him, so he didn't really get injured. But this time he's like, I may not have a witch protecting me this time, and then that's why he leaves.
Man, one, I didn't remember that body protection spell. 2, I'm noticing that I need people's arms to be broken and then wearing casts, because I said that about Matt.
You said that
too.
about Matt. Yep.
It's just a visual representation.
Yeah.
It carries over.
Carried it on. Yeah, I agree. But not in this case.
No. There is a curse. It's worse and placed on only Klaus. What is the curse? Elena asks. She answers the phone. It's Stefan. Klaus went after Jenna. Elena leaves Elijah.
Yeah. And he's like kind of mad, like, well, you were supposed to stay here, blah, blah, blah. That's not part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, she's family. I have to. And he gets it because he is a loyal guy.
He's got 7 siblings.
6, because she said she bore 7 children, and he's one of them.
Got it. Elijah is running around with Catherine in the flashback, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I said she loves sets of brothers.
Oh, yeah. And sets of brothers love her.
Mm-hmm. Elijah doesn't believe in love, he says.
Uh-huh.
He's very emo. He got his heart broken in the middle of high school. And he's going through that as a late teenager.
Oh, yeah.
Klaus walks up with blood all over his shirt and says he got in some fight or something. He's wearing like a ripped up shirt. Mm-hmm. It looks like Elijah's ripped up shirt from earlier in the episode.
Oh, yeah, and that's kind of confusing. Hey, but also when Elijah is saying to Catherine that he doesn't believe in love, she gets really emotional about it, and she's like, well, then what's the point to living if there's no love?
Mm-hmm.
But we never see Catherine get like emotional and talk about stuff like that, so I thought that was interesting.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think
It's a different side of her before she turns all vampy.
And is she a vampire in these flashbacks or no?
Not this party.
Okay. Jenna is at Elena's mansion. I should have told you vampires were real, Elena says. Does Jeremy know? Yes. Uncle John? Yes. We were trying to protect you. She's telling her aunt.
Right.
Who
has custody of her.
I know. I'm just out here trying to protect my aunt. Mm-hmm. Elena says she'll tell her everything. Jenna is upset. She was supposed to protect... She was supposed to put the lotion in the basket. She was supposed to be protecting her niece and nephew.
Right. But I think the actress who plays Jenna is doing a really good job in being really like emotional and scared, but also like mad that they didn't tell her what was going on.
Layers.
Yeah.
Layers to her performance.
I thought there was a good performance.
Mm-hmm. Stefan is like listening, and he's sad.
He is sad. Because he also feels guilty for everything always. Remember he said that?
Oh, yeah. Elena has to go back to Elijah. Damon doesn't want her to. Stefan grabs Damon's arm, and they're getting tense.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes. Catherine is drinking the brothers' bond, and she's dancing around. Mm-hmm. Klaus comes back and says that this body has outlived its usefulness, about Alaric's body. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want a drink, though.
No.
He compels Catherine, but she has to pretend like it works.
Right. I'm glad you noticed that. You're learning.
Mm-hmm. Greta and some goons come in.
Carrying a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, nice body, ready to get out of it. So they're talking smack about Alaric's body. Greta likes the body.
Yeah.
And then like a chest is rolled in, pun intended. And why? Okay, so Klaus got into Alaric's body to like find out information, I guess. Because he just had his body on deck.
I know, but so at first you thought that Klaus was just a vial of blood. Uh-huh. And then you thought he did have his body in waiting.
Yes, which was correct.
But when he came in as Alaric, he was able to get a lot of information and, in his mind, kill Bonnie.
True.
So he's like, my plan's going great.
Yeah, okay. So now he's killed the witch, and he's like, I can get back in this, my other body.
Right.
My real body.
And also, if he's in someone else's body and they get hurt or injured or whatever, he doesn't care.
No. Well, better that one less blood sack is dead or whatever. Mm-hmm. Ash, being in someone else's body, I imagine, is like going on vacation. Sometimes you're ready to just get back home. Mm-hmm. Be back in your own sheets kicking around.
Yeah. The comfort of home. You want to get out of that, unfamiliar skin.
Yes. Vacation is a lot like being in a lark's body.
We would be having very weird experiences if we body switched.
Oh, yeah.
We're just so different sizes.
I would be doing cartwheels up and down the hall.
I haven't done a cartwheel in so long.
You would be reaching things from the top
I'd
shelf.
be just going to every tall thing I could do.
I'd be doing some other stuff.
Yep, we would be doing things.
All right. Elena returns to Elijah and asks, what is Klaus's curse? All right, this looks like I wrote a whole bunch of stuff. All right. Klaus was not my father's son. Mm-hmm. A different bloodline. Klaus is both a werewolf and a vampire.
Yeah.
I was like, what are they going to call that? And then they're like, a hybrid.
A hybrid, yeah. Did you have a chance to guess or no? They said it too fast.
I was trying to think what they called it in the Underworld series because one of those people is one of those.
We couldn't remember.
I sort of watched the first one. There's like 10 of those movies. I don't know.
Yeah, so Elijah's mom was cheating.
Aha!
Fooling
On a
her.
vampire?
Yeah, with a werewolf.
What?
Doesn't that sound kind of crazy?
Yeah.
But also, yeah, so he's a hybrid, which now the word hybrid has a totally different meaning for me. Hybrid to me is in-person learning and distance learning.
Mine is a Prius.
Okay.
Klaus is a Prius.
Klaus is learning two different ways.
Yes. Sometimes he's on Zoom.
Sometimes he's on campus.
The witches made his werewolf side dormant. And that's the curse he wants to break.
Yeah, that's why he needs the moon stone, which was in possession by the werewolves.
Yes.
Tyler's dad had the moonstone originally, at least in this story.
Man,
This show.
Tyler's dad would have gotten so pwned by a werewolf vampire hybrid.
Yeah.
Oh wait, was he a werewolf?
Yeah, he was a werewolf.
His dad was?
Uh-huh.
Tyler's dad was a werewolf?
Yeah.
All right. But we never saw that, right?
No.
Just Mason.
Right. And Tyler once.
Ty. My buddy Ty. Where's Tyler?
He left.
Man.
But yeah, so Klaus wants to be a full hybrid. He doesn't want to suppress his werewolf side because he wants to sire his own breed.
Yes,
so he
his
wants
own
to have a whole
race.
bunch of hybrids running
Yes.
the world.
Like a Toyota dealership. The dagger doesn't work on him.
Because it's silver.
Only a witch can kill him if they can channel that much power. Witchling like, there's an app for that.
Yeah, basically. What if I tell you I know someone who does?
Yeah.
Then I need to tell you something else. And then I'll keep telling you, and then you can tell me, and
Yeah.
I can tell you.
This was like the longest scene of the whole series. Must be broken during the full moon, during transition. Flashback. They found a way to spare the doppelganger. But
Elijah did.
Elijah did. Klaus doesn't care. Her life means nothing.
He still wants to sacrifice Catherine.
And he says, love is a vampire's greatest weakness. And I learned that Elijah is a secret sweetie.
Yeah.
We came in thinking he was not.
We, aka you.
Yeah.
I already knew that.
What the heck? Tell the witches not to bother. The sacrifice will happen as planned.
Which is annoying that Klaus got so mad at Catherine that he killed her whole family. When Elijah's like, you don't have to kill the doppelganger.
Yeah. Elijah could have saved Catherine.
Right.
But
And
Catherine-
Klaus could have still done his thing.
killed herself first. But Klaus is just like, it doesn't matter. Me.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't do what I said. I'm going to kill your whole family.
All right.
Klaus.
Yes. There are so many people like that, though. So annoying.
I know. I agree.
And I feel like we're more Elijahs.
I would hope so.
We're more Elijahs than Klauses, and we're more Steffens than Damons. There are so many Klauses out there who like, it doesn't matter anyway because they baby boo, and I already did the thing, and me, and I'm right.
And they're 10 years old.
Mm-hmm. And also every other age too. Mm-hmm. And okay. So Catherine was already a doppelganger. We learn because in the flashback she's the doppelganger, and Elena is nowhere close to being born. Mm-hmm. So this must be a cyclical thing.
This is a Pete-diction right here. I cannot neither confirm nor deny.
And I said, so there are just several gals running around looking like Dobrev in this universe. And it must happen every, 500 years or something like that. Because they said she's already a doppelganger. Catherine is not a doppelganger unless there's another person who is a evil twin or whatever they're using that term as.
And in this episode, when Elijah first meets Catherine, he's like taken back by her looks, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you remind me of someone." Mm-hmm. So that sounds like you might be on the right track.
Dang. Elijah says he's not going to care about anyone anymore. Okay, Elijah.
When? In the flashback or in the present?
In the flashback.
Oh, uh-huh.
Or maybe, I don't know. I just wrote that. I didn't make it up.
Okay.
I don't know. Andy is Damon's distraction.
Oh, I think it was in the flashback when Klaus is like, love is your enemy or whatever he said. Mm-hmm. And he was like, okay.
Stefan says that Damon is in love. He's like, you're in love with my girlfriend. Damon, you're in love with my girlfriend.
I know, but they always tiptoe around it, and he finally just says it.
I feel like they said it so many times all the time.
No, they always are just being weird about it.
You can be in love with Elena all you want if you'll protect her. But Stefan has her respect.
Yeah, Damon never will.
Damon punches Stefan across the room. It's on. Elena tells them to stop, and they do.
Yeah.
Of course. Elijah is there too. Mm-hmm. Flashback. Klaus always fights with Klaus also is fighting with his brother, Elijah, because Catherine ran away. Hey, these brothers, they got a lot of similarities.
Yes, they do. They're fighting. The girls that look the same are in the mix.
Yeah. There was a couple times in this episode where it's like happening in the present and very similar, these other brothers happening in the flashback.
Yeah. They tried to do that a lot in this show. Draw those parallels.
Yeah. And then they cut to like the present and Elijah's like watching the brothers fight. And it's like, this reminds me of me and my brother.
Yeah. He has his little thought bubble.
His JD moment.
Yeah.
Elijah wants an apology from the Salvatore bros for his death. For my death.
Yeah.
Apologize.
It's like, I'm not going to kill you because I told Elena I won't, but at least say you're sorry.
Yes.
I love a good apology too, so I'm with Elijah on this one.
What about a insincere apology?
No.
Okay. I will always protect Elena, Stefan says, and Elijah understands.
That's been in his apology. He's like, I'm sorry of the role I played in your death, but I had to protect Elena. I always will. And he was like, all right.
Yeah, he does a total sorry, not sorry.
And he did a sorry with an explanation, I would say.
An asterisk. Mm-hmm. Damon is just glowering. We know he's Damon glowers. He's mad. He doesn't think Elena should trust Elijah.
No, he doesn't.
He goes back to his nice bedroom with his nice bathroom. Mm-hmm. Andy has not left. She's in her undies. Mm-hmm. And wants to be there with Damon. He's upset. He chokes her. She says she cares for him, and he bites her a lot.
Yeah. And she is like, ow, ow.
She's crying, And he's like, get out of here before I kill you. Mm-hmm. And is he compelling her or he's just yelling at her?
He starts by yelling and then he compels her at the end.
Okay. And he's sad.
Yeah.
He's sad that that's what he's become. Mm-hmm. He's self-aware.
Yeah. In private, though.
Mm-hmm. In his nice bathroom. Just kidding. It's in his
His bedroom.
Yeah.
But his bathroom door's open. So.
Yeah, and he's looking at it.
Yeah.
Thinking I could be better.
I could go take a nice shower in there.
I could be good enough for that bathroom if I tried. All right. Maddox and Greta chant in Latin.
Yeah, they're the witches.
They're doing some spell, I guess trying to get Klaus back into his body. Mm-hmm. Alaric goes back into his body and falls down.
Yeah.
Klaus comes out of the magic trick box like Job's illusion in the pilot of Arrested Development.
Good call.
Also, I feel scared for Alaric. I mean, I'm gonna
ask you.
Now that Pete-diction time. Now that Alaric has been around for a long time and he's not a 3-episode arc, now I'm like, they could just like kill him so fast. His just body is just with all these vampires and witches and stuff. Mm-hmm. They just kill him so fast, but maybe they need to use him for something.
Mm-hmm. What else do you know about Alaric? That's important.
The ring. Mm-hmm. Before he dies, he'll see the ring. So he has 7 days to get out of there.
No, not that ring.
Okay. All right, he's wearing that ring. And
but
Klaus,
they didn't show him wearing it, so we don't know if he is wearing it.
Well, that's a next episode thing.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, well, that makes sense.
So what did you think when you saw Klaus standing there?
I said he got a better haircut than his lovely locks. What else was I supposed to think?
I don't know. You never seen him before. I guess you saw him in the flashback.
I saw him all episode.
Yeah.
When he walked down the thing, boom, boom, boom. I was like, is that really him? Mm-hmm. I was like, all right.
Was he what you expected?
I didn't have much expectations. I don't know that I've seen the cover of the spin-off shows, but probably he's himself in that.
He's on them all the time. I don't know how you haven't seen it.
On the cover of that box.
Yeah, the originals.
That's good that this actor got a lot of work, because he'll probably get killed. I would Pete-dict in this series.
Okay.
And then probably Elijah will survive. I don't know. He's a sweetie. Oh, or does he do the... I feel like everyone's going to sacrifice themselves for everyone else. Mm-hmm. So I always think the sweetie will sacrifice themselves for the jerky.
For the general
vibe.
Yeah. All right, so you did Pete-dictions a little early, but how many fangs?
I'll just go with a simple 1.5 because it was good. It was upper echelon. Mm-hmm. But, they're building up.
I actually feel the same way. I think it was a good, reveal episode, but also it's setting up a lot. But I don't like that Damon and Stefan are fighting. And
I know that you are a fan of the flashback episodes. They're
not this one, because Stefan and Damon weren't in it.
Right. Okay.
I like them in
That's a good stipulation.
Yeah, I like them in the flashback. But I don't really care about seeing Klaus in 1492.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think the flashback episodes are important because you get a lot of answers.
Yeah.
But I like seeing Stefan and Damon in the flashbacks.
No, there you go. Speaking of lovely locks.
I know. So a 1.5 for both of us. Any other Pete-dictions?
Aunt Jenna is gonna finally put that poster up in her dorm room. Let's see, what's it gonna be? Reservoir Dogs.
Oh my gosh. Why?
Bonnie and Jeremy are gonna use the MiFi to stream content.
I'm falling asleep now.
Yeah, it's been a long day. All right.
Any other real Pete-dictions or only joke ones?
Only joke ones. I don't know. I'm excited to see. Look, Klaus is in the house. Mm-hmm. And the season is going to end soon.
Okay.
There we go.
We'll have some more to talk about next week.
Yes, and we will be back next week.
We will.
At High Dive Publishing on Instagram. That's about it. If you know the routine by now, I've wrote some books. You should buy them.
Yeah, buy them.
What else? Donate to your favorite charities. Mm-hmm. Get those tax breaks. Look,
yeah,
this is also This is now a financial advice podcast.
Everyone is starting to turn off their phones.
Okay. Look, as we also do write-offs.
Yeah, write-offs are good.
Write-offs, donate to charities, shell corporations in the Cayman Islands, right?
I don't know, Pete.
Okay, all right.
I don't know what to say. Bye.
Blood.
Blood.